I like to call it the Seinfeld strategy. And the story is from Jerry Seinfeld, famous comedian. Early in his career, he's speaking at a comedy club. He's presenting or performing that night. And this guy named Brad Isaac is opening for him. And backstage, Brad Isaac catches Seinfeld and he said, "Mr. Seinfeld, huge fan of yours. Do you have any tips for a young comic? Do you have any recommendations for how to be better?" And Seinfeld thought for a second. He said, "Well, the secret to being a better comedian is to write better jokes. And the secret to writing better jokes is to writing every day. So here's what I think you should do. Get a wall calendar where you can see every day of the year mapped out on it. And then any day that you do your task of writing jokes for 15 minutes, I want you to just put an X on that day. And you'll have a couple false starts here and there, but at some point you're going to get a little bit of a chain going, right? You get 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days in a row. And at that point, your only goal becomes to don't break the chain. Doesn't matter how good or how bad the jokes are. Doesn't matter if it makes it into your material. Just don't break the chain. And what's interesting about this is that by measuring your progress, you get an immediate reward in the moment, right? The reward of like having a great stand-up routine 40 days from now or 40 weeks from now or whatever is not, it's so delayed that you need something in the moment that makes you feel good. So if you do those 15 minutes, you can cross that off. That's a way to get an immediate hit, a little bit of a reward by tracking it. Now, I like to add one more thing to this, which is never miss twice. So many people, they'll get a chain going and then they fall off track and they feel bad about it. They feel like, oh, I ruined it. I had this great thing and now it's over. The streak is gone. But what you find when you look at top performers is not that they don't make mistakes. They make mistakes just like everybody else, but they can just get back on track more quickly. And in fact, if you could just adhere to this one rule, never miss twice, then you would, even if you fell off track every single time after you got back on track, you still would do it 50% of the time. And so this basic strategy is very useful. And I've seen people use the Seinfeld strategy for working out. I used it for tracking how often I was writing, every Monday, every Thursday. I didn't want to break the chain. I have videographer friends who every day that they do 30 minutes of video processing, that's their X. So you can adapt it for